This is the CaribWorld News. I am Clifton James. An airline based in Providenciales will open a new Barbados base and use it as a connecting hub. Inter-Caribbean Airways from 1st of August 2020 will commence serving the Eastern Caribbean with flights to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines for the first time. The airline, which has been operating in the Northern Caribbean for the past 22 years, plans to offer connections to 22 destinations, which it operates to, and boasts a superior Caribbean network than Caribbean Airlines. For more than 2 decades, Inter-Caribbean's operations have focused on the western area of the Caribbean, with services in some of the region's major cities to include Barbados, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, the US Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands and Turks and Caicos. A 10-year-old boy is the latest COVID-19 positive patient in Barbados. The Barbadian child was among 125 passengers who arrived at the Grantley Adams International Airport yesterday on an Air Canada flight. He was the only positive case among 69 persons on the aircraft who were tested for the viral illness. The other passengers carried validated negative COVID-19 PCR tests. There are now 106 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Barbados. 91 people have recovered, 8 are in isolation and 7 have died. Meanwhile, passengers who travelled on a British Airways flight from London Gatwick to Barbados may be required to spend a week in quarantine after a 76-year-old tested positive for coronavirus on arrival to the Caribbean island. The passenger, a 76-year-old Barbadian, was among a British Airways flight 2155 which arrived at Grantley Adams Airport on Saturday afternoon. The UK Foreign Office warns British visitors to the island, if you arrive in Barbados without being tested for COVID, you will be subject to a mandatory test on arrival. Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ralph Gonsalves, says he has offered to sell his shares in Liat to Prime Minister Gaston Brown of Antigua for $1 EC. Gonsalves said, "Because we are going to liquidate. When we liquidate, any debt we have at Caribbean Development Bank, we are still responsible for in respect of Liat. You want the planes? We will get the planes valued," he said, adding that he believes the aircraft might be valued at around $10 million each. Antigua is keen to put these aircraft back in the air as Liat 2020 Airlines. Gonsalves replied, "I am prepared. Even the money which Liat owes Vincentian government for fees and some taxes, to write that off." Liat has served St. Vincent and the Grenadines pretty well. We have had sometimes 42 to 49 flights a week, sometimes more than that, and we collect a lot of taxes because of the number of people who went on Liat, the Prime Minister added. In Jamaica, the Trelawney police have charged a 4th person in connection with the murder of 36-year-old Tamara Geddes, a Trelawney woman who was shot dead in the bedroom of a reserve district home 3 weeks ago. The suspect has been identified as a 33-year-old Tashana Young of Salt Springs, St. James. She has been charged with murder and conspiracy to murder. Geddes' sister and 2 nieces were charged with her murder by the Trelawney police on Friday. According to the police, at about 8:30 p.m. on Friday, June the 19th, Geddes and her 10-year-old daughter were inside a bedroom when a masked man forced his way inside and held them at gunpoint. The gunman reportedly demanded money and proceeded to rob Geddes of $16,000 in cash and 2 cell phones. The man then demanded sex, but his request was refused. He then opened fire on Geddes, killing her on the spot. While many Caribbean islands are scrambling, even grovelling, to entice United States big airlines to fly into their islands to reignite tourism, the Bahamas has closed its borders to international commercial flights from the United States, the country announced on Sunday. The move is due to what officials call a continued increase in COVID-19 cases in the United States, as well as an uptick in cases in the Bahamas. Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis announced a decision which takes effect Wednesday, July 22 at midnight. Reports from Nigeria's northwestern state of Kaduna says gunmen have shot dead at least 18 people and injured more than 30 others at a wedding party. The attack happened on Sunday night in the village of Kukundaji in the Kuradir area of Kaduna. Community leader Jonathan Asake said that the gunmen opened fire on the partygoers as they danced to loud music in an open compound during the wedding celebrations. He said 15 people died on the spot and 3 others died whilst receiving treatment in hospital. The bride and groom escaped unhurt. The gunmen fled immediately after the raid. Police spokesman for Kaduna State, Mohammed Jalinj, confirmed the deadly attack but could not give any casualty figures, saying that they are still gathering information. It is not clear who was behind the attack, but criminal gangs on bikes have been attacking communities in several states in northwest Nigeria, killing or kidnapping people for ransom. Some 8,000 people have died in the last 10 years attributed to this. You're up to date. CaribWorld News.
For local flights, contact CaribJet 439 4444 or caribjet.com.